fucking slick. I almost killed myself twice in a row within 48 hours. I'm taking the game all night long. Rotate to the prophecy. Make me hear. I'm living a nightmare. Running with the dark. Passing me by. Nigga got the size. Yeah. Say you are I don't understand why you're doing this. I don't know your reasoning. Why can't you leave us alone? You doing this sick shit? This is sickening. You think what you're doing is right, but it's not. You are a sick man. Take down your shop, man. Please. I am begging you to take down your shop and stop all this. Please. That's all I ask. I don't know what to describe. How sickening this is. You are degrading me. You're ruining my image as an artist, as a person. You are sick. I can't sleep. Every time I eat, I get sick to my stomach. I'm constantly scared for my girl. Because of you and your goons. I just want this to stop. This is all I ask is that you stop and you take down your fucking store. You stop, you take down your store, and you leave me and my girl alone, and we will not haul you into court. All I ask is that you leave me and my girlfriend alone, and that you please take down the shop. Please. Take it down. All I ask is that you please take it down and leave me and my girl alone. Please. That's all I ask. All I ask is that you take down your shop and you leave me and my girl alone in peace. That is all I ask. Please.
Good evening, Mr. Shmeckle Cap.
Good evening, Marty. Good choices to start the stream out with. Great songs.
Thank you. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, I've shared with you what I found earlier this afternoon, but I'm just haunted by this. By what would compel Cyraxx to go to these lengths? How do you think I should introduce this? But I guess should I tell them what he did first, or should I show them the screen?
No, I would. You know what? I would lead in with the stream, and then
okay,
and then go from there for sure.
Well, then that's what we're gonna do tonight. That it's just so outrageous. It is so outrageous.
It is, Marty. It really is outrageous, but it's not unbelievable from him. Unfortunately, it's not, but it is outrageous. You really would think, yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. What is his payoff?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
What does he get out of doing this?
I don't know. We'll just have to go through and just kind of break it down piece by piece.
Sure. Should I mean, I think the first 8-9 minutes of this is him talking about how God took away his vocal cords.
Yep.
I almost want to just get. Should I?
That's up to you. I kind of find that part interesting, though. I was actually watching it earlier.
I do
with my stream, and I actually kind of find that part interesting, considering what he says and considering what he still does to this day. It's just all bullshit, man. It's just another tragedy. he's trying to leech off of.
Yeah, well, here's the tie-in, just because like I've been fixated on this, like it's been haunting me. He bear in mind, he talks about how God took away his vocal cords so he could write.
Correct.
I'm fired up, Double Cat.
What up, y'all? It's your boy. Here's what I want to talk about. Like I said, I don't want to worry anyone because I know how y'all are gonna get. So I don't think it is anything life-threatening or anything like that. But there's something that I've been wanting to explain to you guys, and that's a lot of people have been asking me, why am I retiring from music locally? And, why am I doing all this other stuff? Well, there's a reason why. As you guys know, next week I'm dropping my first ever photography book, and it's also going to be the world's first 3D card photography book. So that's definitely huge to be, making history, publishing the world's first 3D card photography book. But that's huge in itself. But also the fact that I'm self-publishing it is even bigger. But I got that coming up, and then as you guys know, next month, I have my.
Yeah, to the best of my understanding, he said he went to the hospital today because he was coughing up blood.
Not today, but on one of his streams that he did, yeah, he went to the hospital after that.
So after his last singing stream.
No, not after his last singing stream. When he gets into it, I remember the stream he was talking about. It was a little while ago. It was like it was like 2-3 months ago.
As if Cyraxx couldn't get any creepier, I'm not imagining him screaming at the top of his lungs, like with blood gushing out the back of his throat.
Oh, man. Oh, Jesus.
New metal album dropping. Shadowborn, I have that dropping next month. But something that not a lot of people realize is why, or even understanding why.
I just got to get right into this fucking book.
As a negative.
I can't wait the 8 minutes because I've been waiting to talk about it.
All right, let's dive into it.
All day long. All fucking day long here.
I've had so many thoughts myself.
You have to hush for a second here. So,
definitely.
Doing other shit. Matter of fact, I actually do have something to show you guys. A lot of people have been wondering, did I self-publish a book? Yes, I did. This is actually the book right here.
Soul Cencus, Cencus.
Yeah. Can you also pause it when he flips it over as well?
Absolutely. When I saw this earlier this afternoon, I was just appalled. An author, or was it written by Chance J.F. Wilkins.
Just self-published this back in 2018. As you can see, you got my name on it with my.
All right. You know what? Actually, here's what here. 1 second. Just one moment.
Photo and everything on it right there.
And you can see Chance has a very distinct writing style. He randomly capitalizes a lot of words. There are no commas, no periods. He seems to indent very strangely. Like after 22 years old, he starts a new thing here. Like it's very strange. It's as if, a 8-year-old wrote it. But I also want you to see right here, the two characters, Zarad and Alohi, I believe. All right, now let me share screens here for a second.
You want to share my screen?
Yeah, you can. Okay. Can you scroll up a little bit? Just one.
Yeah, I sure can.
To show the time here. Earlier this afternoon. Yeah, well, yeah, 3:18 earlier this afternoon. Immediately after his stream, I had to dig into this. It was just, you see this book flipping around, and it looks impressive. You know, it looks like there's 350 pages. It's the way he's describing it, it seems very well thought out, almost too well thought out for chance, right? So here we go. Soul Cencus spelled properly. Written by AJ Vega. It has nothing to do with Cyraxx. He essentially stole an entire book, word for word, and passed it off as a gift to his family and friends. I believe he probably tried to sell it at some point, but wasn't able to. The question that keeps haunting me is, why would he do this? Why would he do this? What in the world does he stand to gain from this behavior? Let me go back to this video now. You can see it's just totally ripped off. Here we go. So just total fucking ripoff here. This book is completely stolen off of the internet. Why does he do this? Why does he pretend to us that he self-published a book? Why? What in the world possesses him to do this?
This is actually the first book I actually ever published. It's not anywhere else. I actually did it for family and
friends. It's not anywhere else.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to think about that too, Marty. I know, is he trying to make it look like, okay, well, I put a book out before, it kind of looks professional, maybe people will purchase my new one that's coming out? I mean, I've been honestly trying to kind of think about this myself. I mean, that's the only thing I could come up with, is that maybe he was trying to sell, I can produce a book. This is what my first one was like. I don't know. Okay. I mean, the thing too, and later in the video here, they go, I don't know if someone asks him how big it is. He goes, "How big is this book?" 1 second. And then he holds it for like 30 seconds, and then he starts flipping through it, and he goes, "Oh, I don't even know. It's like 200 pages, maybe 100 pages. Like, how would you not, first of all, if you wrote the book, how would you not know how long it is? Second of all, why are there no page fucking numbers?" That's what kind of floored me too. Like, he just holds the book and like thinks about it for a second. Say, yeah, there's like 100, 200 pages here. Then he goes to look, and then there's like no page number. I don't know how long it is. It's about 200 pages, he says. I mean,
it looked like there was at least, depending on the thickness, but it looked like there's at least like 300 pages. It was like,
yeah, it looked like a decently sized book, but for him to write a book and not even know how long it is, and publish a book and not even know how many pages it is, and I mean, that just kind of threw me off as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he didn't write this book, but everyone does things for some reason, for some sort of reward, some sort of incentive. Mm-hmm. Why would he masquerade? Like, because there's two ways this can go, in my opinion. He's either like a thief trying to cut a sliver off of actual artists' work and go undetected, and just like a little rat, just like nibbling out small profits, even though we know that he never does. Like, it fails every time.
Right.
Or is she doing this to try to look cool and like kind of raise, I guess, like his social status? Or three, is he just insane?
Well, I'd go with a combination of 2 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it would be ridiculous for him to try and sell that book as his own. I mean, that would be absolutely fucking like nuts of him. I know we've stolen music before and art, but to actually take something that's out there and put his name on it and try and sell it is just ballsy as fuck. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, it sounds like a pretty complex fantasy story, and it's just,
friends only.
Why, Cyraxx? Why?
Thing. So, it was pretty cool. I got to publish something for my friends and family to read and whatnot. So, it's definitely something that I can honestly...
Why would you steal a book off the internet and tell like your grandma that you wrote, well, he probably tried to pass it off as his own, and because he definitely changed the spelling of the book. I think if he thought he changed it to Soul Census with a C, it would go undetected, and it very well might have. But then again, Cyraxx Nation always has their eyes on our prize.
That's right.
I say that I'm proud of. So, I love writing books.
Cyraxx. No, you stole this.
I've always loved writing. I've always loved doing photography.
It makes me wonder if his Forza book is completely stolen from other people. Like maybe he just stole it from Camp Time Racing.
Yeah, I was doing a little research on that. He said he's got like the first 3D sports car book. I think there's like kids books out there, 3D flip books of like cars, and so I mean this isn't going to be the first one. So sorry to burst your bubble.
I've always loved artwork, so I figured why not take what I love to that next level and do something with it. How many pages is this? Let me see. I can tell you here in a minute.
How would you not know?
Go back to the final page. Right?
Well, I mean, maybe if he had like a paperback and a hardcover, but
still the same amount of pages.
Yeah.
Just family and friends.
Maybe there's multiple editions.
So it was pretty cool. It is. Dude, it doesn't even fucking say. I think it's like 200 and something pages. 100 and something pages. Because it's got like 20 chapters in it.
Wait, what do you say? How many chapters?
20.
It's got like 20 chapters in it. Yeah, it's somewhere around like 200 and something pages. So it's somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there, 200 pages.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I'm definitely excited to be releasing my second book in my life. Now, the second book I release, that's going to be for the public. That's going to be for everyone. Like I said,
great.
I need to be releasing my second book in my life. Now, the second book I release, that's going to be for the public. That's going to be for everyone.
I mean, Cyraxx, it leads me to believe this. You better not try to pull this again, Cyraxx. If so, you need to be committed to a mental institute. Like you just really.
Everyone. Like I said, this one was just for family and friends.
Like, so for your family and friends, you have them pay for a book. You have them pay to publish a book that you say is a heartfelt gesture, and you just stole off the internet.
And whatnot, so it was pretty dope. Like, I like it.
No,
I know.
well, Carrie. This is actually like a real series. I can here. Let me pull it up here. It's all by this guy AJ Vega. Okay, let me share the screen here.
I think she's saying like he just put like a cover around it, and there's just like nothing inside. I mean,
no. Let me show you this guy. What this is. Soul Census is by this guy AJ Vega. He's kind of got like endless chapters here, and this is all just. Well, hang on. I think like it just goes on and on and on. Yeah, I mean, as you see here, Cyraxx might claim that AJ Vega stole it from him, so he had to steal it back. But yeah, there's no way Cyraxx wrote this.
Could that possibly be his pen name, Marty? I mean, how some authors have like a pen name instead of their I mean, I know he has the his name on there on that book, but could that maybe be just one of his pen names or something?
Yeah, Shmeckle Cat. I mean, when you see him, like, he doesn't use any commas or any periods. I didn't think he could be this stupid. Yeah, Tommy.
Fucking bold, man. He's
Yeah,
bold.
well, it's not even like stupid. It's weird. Like, why would you have your grandmother pay for your gift for her, but it's all just something that's stolen off of the internet? And like, if you're Sally, do you sit there and give Chance credit for it, or do you just know it's bullshit?
It's probably propping up like their coffee table or something, like a wobbly table or somewhere in their house. Or
Like, we're not grandparents or parents. I don't know how I would respond if you know, my grandson or son needed money to buy me a gift, and he said it was very heartfelt, and he's been working on it for a long time. He put a lot of effort into it, and it's a book that's stolen off of the internet. I mean, I would be outraged. I would be insulted, beyond insulted.
I mean, do you think she would even bother to look into it? Like, do you think they are? Do you think they would? I couldn't accept the fact that he sat and wrote a book knowing that he's just sitting there screaming all the fucking time of the day, and I couldn't accept the fact that he had time to even write a book. Living with him, knowing that his antics and what he does all day, there's like no way he has time to even write a book, let alone one that's 250 pages. You know.
Well, I don't know what they can hear in that basement of his, or in his attic now. I don't. Well, I think he was actually on the main floor back then. Well, this was when he was 22. It was a long while ago, but
when you wrote the book.
yeah.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. I could be wrong. Yeah. I mean, none of us knew him then. So
Yeah, you guys. I'm gonna get back into this, but like, if you could post like your best theory, an explanation on why anyone would do this, that would be greatly appreciated, because it's insane. I've never been more intrigued in him than I am now, which is probably bad news for Cyraxx.
All of you guys that have known me for a while, what? I did not block you. What the fuck? Try going back and redoing it. Let me paste it right here. Hold on. Let me send you my link. Do I play over? Dude, I fucking love Overwatch. I haven't played in a while though, dude. I actually need to get my hands on that again.
Yes, as far as theory, wait, hang on.
okay.
Yeah, I think he originally probably did try to, and I don't know how publishing works, but I would imagine that there is some sort of cross-reference, to ensure that it isn't just totally ripped off by somebody else. Like, listen to him describe this. It's just insane.
But that is my thing for you. That's weird. Flatline. Yo, Twiggins, what do you want, dude? Are you on Xbox or PlayStation? Like, what do you want? Because I do need to actually go back in and buy Overwatch, because I have played Overwatch before. I just need to go in and actually buy it. Oh, yeah, that will add you, bro, for sure. I do need to actually go back in and purchase Overwatch, because I did like the free trial thing for like a month, and it kind of ran.
Whoa. Yeah, stop talking about video games.
So give me just a minute to turn the light on here.
Talking about books.
Whoa. Yeah, like I said.
That's so far the best theory I have heard tonight to explain this.
If she gave him an oh, yeah, that's fair. But why?
Yeah, and I agree with Gigi Allen here. He starts talking about video games, and the chat was asking about books.
Yeah.
I do plan on purchasing Overwatch and throwing down there 100% for sure. Yo, for sure, dog. That'd be dope.
Enough.
That'd be sick, my dude. Now, if you guys would like me to go over it,
why isn't he wearing his harness?
You know what? Let me read off all my things I got. Like, here's all the games that I currently have, and if any of you do play them, let me know. Post in the comments that you guys play it. Starting off, I have Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone, which is just Warzone. And CarX Drift Racing Online. Fucking love that game for mobile too. Dirt 4, EA Sports UFC 3, F1 2020, obviously. Fortnite, Forza Horizon 4, another obvious one. GTA 5, Grid 2019, Need for Speed Heat. I got Saints Row 2.
Shut up, Cyraxx.
Saints Row series. Rage 4, 6.
You know, you ever seen Red Hood go through his video game collection?
Fortunately, no, I haven't.
Yeah, he's doing what Cyraxx does. He just keeps listing off all the video games he has.
I would.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to listen to here. I'd rather listen to Cyraxx than this is the tailspin. It's just a fun game. No, I don't want to hear all that.
You just can't do anything with that guy.
The Saints Row 2, the second. Like, no, I don't want to hear all that. Dude.
No, he's fucking useless.
Yakuza 0, Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, and then Yakuza Kiwami 2. Yo, definitely, dude. I actually do plan on, and I know a lot of people have been asking me, do I plan on, and somebody came up with this idea a while back. And I know some of you guys that have followed me since then have been asking me, do I plan on making a game out of my book? And the answer to
making a game, Cyraxx, you stole this.
What do you do? Like claim like Super Mario Brothers was his or something and just change the name?
The question is why? Why is he doing this?
Yeah, he steals music, man. He steals art, Marty. He doesn't? I mean, this is definitely. I don't get what the reasoning for him doing this one is, but like, he just doesn't do anything legit.
No. Well, he. It's weird because in order to do this, you would have to know that you lack talent as a writer, let's say. But he seems convinced that he's going to make a living from writing.
Yeah, hopes and dreams.
But in order to do this, you would have to have no faith in your ability to write.
Yeah.
Or he just hates his family. You know, he always says, like, my friends, my family. Maybe he just doesn't care about his friends or family at all. Cyraxx, this is proof. You always talk about my fans are my family, my friends are my family, this is my brother, my brother, my brother. Those words are hollow, Cyraxx.
Keep trying to get over on them. Like, who does that?
You're not fooling anyone, Cyraxx.
That is yes. I just need to get a better computer so I can run the proper program that I use, which is RPG Maker MV. That's the program I use for making games. It's one that I absolutely love the most. It's what I've used for years.
Reckington, there is a way. Well, there are two ways. One, jerking off on the internet. But two, and this is in my opinion, a prideful way to make a legitimate living. And I always say this. I'm sure people have heard this before, but once COVID ends, you spray paint them gold. You have them dance the robot outside of ball games, outside of subways, and you make them work all night and all day, and the money will come hand over fist.
It really would.
No subway dancer is really complete without their manager or their friends. I don't know. It would be, for me personally, it would be a dream come true, and I know that there would be a lot of money to be made. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
I do plan on doing that.
It sucks that he doesn't learn to love jerking off on the internet. He pretty much already is. Like if his prerequisite for working is it needs to be a job that he loves. He loves to jerk off. For people on the internet, he's constantly sending his dick pics and jerk off videos everywhere. Why doesn't he just realize that he loves jerking off on the internet and do it professionally?
I do plan on going in and making a game out of the book. I just gotta, like I said, get a better computer so I can do what I need to do. Yeah, Rogue Company is good. Not gonna lie, I had to get rid of it though because it was kind of glitching out on me. So, yeah, that kind of sucked. Oh yeah, I also do play not a whole lot, but I do play some Destiny 2.
Shut up.
A game that I'm very big on that not a lot of people know about is the Life is Strange series. The Life is Strange series is actually one of my personal favorite game series, hands down. Like, I love the way they do it. The game. I really don't have anything bad to say about the Life is Strange games. So I've done.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I can honestly say that.
I was there. The whole chat was asking him about the books, and he's just completely ignoring it and rambling on and on about video games.
It's definitely a good series. Yo, Dizzy, what up, dude? Like I said, I am gonna get into the book here, and maybe
see, people were pestering him with it.
Whatever, Like I definitely do plan on reading a little bit of it. No. The book ain't about gaming, dude.
No.
It's definitely not about gaming. It talks about a whole different subject that I kind of delved into a while back.
Delved, big word.
But like I said, maybe next stream I'll do that for you guys for sure.
You know what, Cyraxx, definitely should. I encourage you 100% to read any of your writing. I guarantee if it sounds like a child didn't write it, that it's stolen from the internet. There's no doubt in my mind.
I know, what the fuck? Yo, they got the new NHL 20 out.
Shut up, Cyraxx. I don't even like hockey, so shut the fuck up and answer the questions about your books.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did forget to mention that I do play Mirror's Edge 1 and 2 as well. I fucking love those. I fuck with the Mirror's Edge games, man. Those things are fun. And before you say yes, no. It actually talks about reincarnation in a sense. Like, it's definitely interesting. And yes, for you guys that are wondering, yes, I do play Burnout Paradise.
Yeah, Cyraxx, you're clearly being evasive here, man. why don't you read like what is? When I saw the size of that book, I was immediately suspicious because Cyraxx doesn't have much to say about anything. Like if he wrote all of his thoughts that he's ever had in his life, it would be less than a 100-page book. You know, there'd just be a bunch of angry threats like, "Why don't you kick your teeth down your throat?" It's ridiculous.
Yo, Dizzy, what's your name on Xbox, bro? I'll add you, dude. And yes, I do also play the Crisis games as well. I fucking love the Crisis games. Burnout Paradise is the shit. You know what, man? Why don't you want to grab up Burnout Paradise? I thought I grabbed that already, but I guess not. Oops. Abra. Hold on, let me see if I can find you on here, dude. Hold on, Eric.
Yeah, Cyraxx. Like, so why don't you tell us about your new book, Cyraxx? Why don't you tell us about your old book, Cyraxx? Why don't you tell us about your fucking writing? I really don't understand here. You know, usually when you roll something out, you'll talk about it at great length. I don't know. I'm just thrown by Cyraxx here. It's mind blowing.
Shit, I got you.
But let's let's hear him talk about what happened with his voice earlier today, because that was full of holes as well. Oh, Shmeckle Cat, I just thought you were being quiet.
Well, I was being quiet as well.
Oh, my bad. Well,
you're good. Yeah, was he just like buying fucking Xbox games now willy nilly with his PayPal credit card?
So it seems. You know, and I looked into that as well. Apparently, there's a ton of consumer complaints about, you know, like their college-age kid who has never worked or earned an income was given like a low $300 credit card with like 26 APR, and like, you know, it'll that $300 will cost you like $3,000. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a ton of those. I guarantee it's Cyraxx, and if you want to make a bet, anyone here, I guarantee you that it's a $300 credit card. They're giving them out to everybody. But honestly, whoever issued this to Cyraxx made a terrible mistake, because there's no way he's ever going to pay back $300.
No.
He should have seen his crushing and crippling $60 PayPal debt, and not a penny paid on it. And you know, if you can't pay $60 back, like, how are you going to pay it $300? You know, but at that low level, who really cares? You know, it's just a fucking joke. It's true, Andrew. It's fucking true. You know it. You know it. He's made under $10 on his music career. Under $10 on his music career the past 11 years. He said that there's a few downloads off of the site that I guess people watch for free, but he's never been able to access it because you have to reach $10 in order to cash out. It's just it's mind blowing.
Here's what I want to talk about. Like I said, I don't want to worry anyone, because I know how y'all are gonna get. So I don't think that it's anything life-threatening or anything like that. But there's something that I've been wanting to explain to you guys, and that's, a lot of people have been asking me, why am I retiring from music vocally?
Because you're a joke, and nobody buys your music, and nobody ever has, and nobody ever will.
And, why am I doing all this other stuff? Well, there's a reason why.
We're totally worried. Yeah.
As you guys know, next week I'm dropping my first ever photography book, and it's also going to be the world's first 3D card photography book. So that stuff right here should be making history, publishing the world's first 3D color photography book. Like, that's huge in itself. But
Yeah, huge Shmeckle cat.
Does fucking taking a screenshot honestly count as photography though?
It's it's a great question because there's no lighting, there's no like resolution,
No focus.
nope. I know there's a bunch of like different developing techniques for. I think a lot of actual photographers would say that even using like a digital camera isn't real photography to take a picture. I guess they're old school there, but
Right.
As far as being an art, and it takes a lot of mastery of the device. But Cyraxx is just scooting around, zooming around with those big boy steering wheel, with his fucking pedals nailed to the ground. And he thinks this is a moment that should be captured forever.
Not only that, but one that'll make him hundreds upon thousands of dollars, if not millions.
Yeah, feed his fucking family. He has never been more interesting to me than right now. I swear to you.
also the fact that I'm self-publishing it is even big.
Yeah, I wonder if you just stole these Forza pictures from somebody else.
But I got that coming up, and then as you guys know, next month, I have my new metal album dropping, Shadowborn. I have that dropping next month.
To be honest, I kind of am looking forward to that.
But something that not a lot of people realize is why, or even understanding.
Correct. He's taking a bunch of scenic in-game Forza screenshots. That is correct. As baffling as it sounds, that is the real deal.
Why I'm stepping away from music. And there's a big reason for that. There's a very big reason for that. This is something that I didn't want to put out there, but I kind of feel like it needs to be put out there for you guys to be able to understand. About a month and a half ago, if y'all remember, about a month and a half ago, I did a real huge stream. It was like 3 to 4 hours long. It was
a real huge stream. I mean, it was a long stream, but he talks about his marathon racing streams, and he said he was going to race for like days on end, and he ended up doing 18 laps, and it's just
entire, cover show. And I know some of y'all remember that show.
Yeah.
I did about a 3 to 4 hour, show on here. And something happened that I didn't say anything about that I actually did go to the doctors about. About an hour after that show, I began to cough up blood. So right away, I went to the doctors, like right out the bat.
So when was this? It's got like a timeline.
A month and a half ago wouldn't that be like the beginning of December, very end of November?
Oh, sorry, I was paying attention to something else. So yeah, this is a month and a half ago. He's continuing to sing and do his shows despite bleeding out of his throat.
Correct. Even though the doctor as well told him that he should not be doing that.
Well, I mean, I think the reasonable thing to believe here is this never happened, right? I mean, isn't that your impression? Or
just just a tragedy to leech on. B, just another excuse to, not quit the music. And yeah, he says he's gonna back off the music, but we all know better than that.
So what's he gonna do then?
He's gonna work on his book, maybe his art, e-racing.
So Cyraxx,
I have no idea.
Cyraxx. I mean, I think he might have realized that music isn't going to go anywhere. You know, being asked constantly how much he's made, and Tyler and I did some hacking, and he came out with under $10 on his music career. Technically zero because he hasn't been able to cash out the money because it hasn't gotten to $10. And if Cyraxx was smart, let's say that it was up to like $3, he should spend $7 on his own music to get the $3. That's thinking like a businessman right there.
Right. Well, we were watching that the end of that when he was going through those Xbox games and stuff, and he goes, "Oh wow, NHL, there's a new one." And you made a comment, you don't even like hockey. I was just picturing him in like a hockey jersey and helmet and like with some ice skates, just fucking playing.
Oh man. Oh man, that would be incredible. Here, 1 second. All right.
Who knows what is
I went straight to the doctors. Like right offhand, I was like, yo, like something's going on. I'm coughing up blood. Like,
so obviously he has no way of getting to the doctor, so presumably Sally took him there, right? I would imagine that Sally sits in his appointments.
Or it'd have to be like some kind of urgent care or something. I don't think you can just like make a doctor's appointment like right there and then. Usually now it takes a bit to get in.
Yeah, like bleeding out of the throat sounds like a pretty serious symptom.
I'd say so.
I would imagine that Cyraxx would tell Sally about his condition. So, I don't think that Sally would allow Cyraxx to continue wailing away.
Right.
And not even tell him to stop just for a break for her own sanity. But you would think that if she cared about him at all, she would stop him from singing. It begs the question, if this was real, it infers that Sally would want Cyraxx to die.
It's like she didn't care. Why don't you go do a concert, Chance?
Yeah, like she. So either this didn't happen, or it did, and Sally is trying to kill Cyraxx. Like this video, you should have never put this out, Cyraxx. Like, there are times like everyone, like, well, is this? Everything with Cyraxx is to a degree cyclical. I mean, there are different scenarios and circumstances and different players at various times, but his past 11 years, he hasn't really been through anything novel or new or unique to the previous 11 years. It's, I don't know. I mean, that does kind of minimize like the potential interest in Cyraxx, but he just fascinates the shit out of me. Like if you evaluate him and analyze him, he is just so fucking fascinating.
Right, he's kind of like a kid. I love watching him grow old. Like, just never know what's gonna come next. I can't believe he faked this fucking book, man. That's crazy.
It's insane. It's insane. Oh, but listen to this. So knowing that he stole that book, Soul Cencus, he then goes on to say that God was telling him to focus. I'll play the rest because there's about 4.5, 5 minutes that hasn't been played. And
injury,
it's just
like what's going on. And the doctor did tell me that I do need to step down from music vocally.
Yeah, right. That's a great point, Tommy Road. Yeah, right. Chance got bitten by the COVID, he won't live. There's
like if either him or Tony got it, they'd be goners.
Oh man,
they'd be goners. Either one of them got it, they'd be goners.
Ooh.
I don't know, man. He looks like he has fucking AIDS and he's still here. So.
I know, like the disease was transferred by eating at. Can rats give you COVID?
Maybe. I mean, I know they can give you rabies and black plague and shit. So possible.
Because I've been pushing myself for over 10 years so hard, so much that
So
if I
so
didn't
hard,
step
Cyraxx,
down
so hard. For
and
sure,
take it
buddy.
easy, that I could potentially lose my voice. Now, me being the dumbass that I am at that time, I decided to keep pushing it. And today, when I was working with my brother Eric on some new stuff,
Cyraxx,
my
Eric
throat
Scrubble
began to
hates
get
you. You
that
said it.
feeling that it did that same night when everything went bad. So, for me, not only am I, not only am I kind of glad that I'm stepping down vocally, but it also does give me a chance to explore some other things all at the same time. It definitely does suck. I know I shouldn't have been doing these shows like I've been doing, and I get that. Like, I understand that. But I'm the kind of guy that, music's been a part of me for so long that, like, it's ingrained into me. Like, hell, my brother Eric Scrub, he put it best just a few minutes ago. He's like, bro, you're my Dr. Dre. I'm your Eminem. And
Wow. So nobody knows who the fuck Eric Scrubble is except for me and like real diehard Cyraxx fans. Like this is the two of you. Nobody has any awareness that you work together. It's totally insignificant. It never sold anything. It's only big in your mind. Like, how does he possibly believe that everyone knows who Eric Scrubble is?
It's his brother. It's kind of like an Evil Knievel, Marty. If you honestly think about it, like the doctors are like, you know what, Evil, you can't do this jump. You could possibly kill yourself if you do it. But yeah, he goes on to do the stunt anyway. Just like could possibly, Cyraxx could just throw his voice out, but yet he's just still days to day just screams and does those metal covers despite the doctor's warnings. And he's about the fans, man. He's about his fans. He's risking his life and death to put that music out for everybody, and I respect it.
And why would he? I find it hard to believe that Cyraxx has had this ailment and has had whatever condition he's claiming to be afflicted with. And didn't tell a single person for a month and a half.
Right, but like the second that Megan has a fat girl fucking period, he's all over it.
Correct. I can't believe that Cyraxx would have a serious health problem and not tell anybody about it for a month and a half.
he's right. Like,
Cyraxx, why do you do this, Cyraxx?
Comes up with these insane ideas.
What does he mean by insane ideas? Like stealing an entire book and passing it off his own and
Right.
giving it to friends and family? It's like, hey, you know what? I just wanted to pay you guys back for everything you've done for me. I appreciate you being with me through thick and thin. It's greatly appreciated, and here's a token of my appreciation. And it's just something that Cyraxx clearly couldn't have written.
Yeah,
I mean, there are like 5-6 syllable words in there, and it's just no fucking way. There's no fucking way. If you see Cyraxx right, he capitalizes words at random. There are no periods or punctuation marks. It's unlike anything you've ever seen. But then I guess he's able to turn in like a 400, 300, 200, whatever the fuck it was. It looked like a thick book. He's able to get that done, and it's just mind-blowing to me. It's crazy.
For, instrumental work. Like, y'all have seen what I can do with classical renditions of songs. I got lucky over time. Like, I got lucky being able to do the stuff that I do. I got very lucky with that shit.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I got very lucky. Like I said, I didn't want to step down. But, what else can I do? Like, it's either risk losing my voice.
You know what? You know what he's going to do? He's going to be like, I wasn't feeling good, but the truth is, Marty, you're the reason that I can't do this. You're the reason I can't make music. And I didn't want to admit that.
Or step down and save my voice and potentially come back later on down the road. I said I'm not done singing for good.
He's queuing up a fucking
I said I'm
song.
not done singing for good.
He's queuing up what?
I said, is he queuing up a fucking song to sing like right now? It looked like he was typing, like he was putting into YouTube, like he's getting ready to sing a song, like right then and there.
Good, but I do need to take that step down, and and step away from doing things vocally. Like, it does suck because, like, I love recording. I love being in the booth. I love writing lyrics.
Being in the booth.
The booth, yeah.
Well, you're still in the booth, right? You're in the same place you would make your music at. But instead, you're now writing books, I guess. Cyraxx, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I know that your next book is going to be original, and I'm looking forward to it, Cyraxx. I really am. I really am, Cyraxx.
I love telling my story. I absolutely enjoy that to the fullest extent, without a doubt. But after what happened a few minutes ago when I was talking to my brother Eric, like, I'm not willing to go down that route again. Like, I don't want to end back up in the hospital and be like, hey, I fucked up. I didn't listen. Like, how would I, let me put it this way, how would I look if I went into the hospital and telling that same doctor, who's been my doctor for years, telling him, hey, I fucked up. I didn't listen to you. Like, he's going to get pissed.
Why?
I don't know, Shmeckle Cat.
The money from him.
But on a side note, though, like, there is a good side to it, Later, Cat. Take it easy. Be safe.
I will.
But like I said, there is the downside that I'm not able to do music anymore as far as vocal work goes. But I'll still be.
Yeah, I've heard the consensus that Katrina has been blocking everybody. I mean, if I can get some more confirmation on that, might return the favor.
Music, in other ways, like, I'll still be doing that. But like I said, oh, CIA, take it easy. Be safe. Yeah, I know, and that's something I've been doing too. I have been doing that and whatnot. But
he has been doing what? Well, I guess we don't know. Let me see the chat here. Taken away because you unlist everything. It's really.
Yeah, I know, and that's something I've been doing too. I have been doing that and whatnot. But on the bright side of it, though, I'm looking at it as a positive. I'm not looking at it as a negative. I see this, what's going on with me, I see this as God telling me, hey,
I mean,
you have another opportunity.
What does God have to do with stealing books? It's just, it's crazy.
You need to do something else that you enjoy. So take that opportunity and, do other stuff that you enjoy. Work on instrumental work. Work on, your book work on, doing other stuff that you enjoy. So I'm kind of seeing it as, God's closing one door for me and opening up another one.
It's just, Cyraxx, like when you go to a fucking guy's website who worked really hard on something and you just copy it, like literally word for word, with the preposterous idea that you could somehow convince people that you're capable of writing, like, I'm going to go back and show his little description of himself here. Like, so mind blowing to me.
I actually
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh,
it was pretty cool. You know, I got to publish something for my friends and family. Where I actually,
yeah, he made a massive mistake by, for one, just completely taking the same title of the other book, but changing a letter.
Right.
But
the first book,
also showing the names of the characters in the back of the book. He should have known that I would have busted him for this. You know, it's just
actually,
Cyraxx, you're not getting this past me, bud.
Republic.
You know, I'm not proud of this. It's probably some sort of neuroses, but I am way too diligent when it comes to you for you to try to pull the wool over my eyes.
As you can see,
Soul Census.
you got my name on it with my photo and everything on it.
Yeah.
Okay. He was born September 20th in Anchorage, Alaska. Is there an O between the H and the M on sophomore? I don't think so. High school, all one word. Yeah, and things are just random. Things are capitalized like randomly. And then he doesn't have I capitalized, which leads me to believe that, you know, he hit capitalize on. I don't know. I don't know. It's just amazing. It's amazing to me. Yeah. Well, I guess you can get a little history lesson here. I began doing music in 2009. For a short time, I left the music world to write because I found in writing I can show people what I want them to see and let them picture my vision in their minds. It's like Cyraxx, you're not an artist. You're just not. You're a delusional thief. That's all that, you know, nothing more, nothing less, Cyraxx. You can't argue with this. You are simply a delusional thief. Shmeckle Cat, I thank you for allowing me to vent here. This is just haunted me all day. You know, the more time that elapses, the more time that goes on, I find that I understand less about how Cyraxx's mind works, and that's fascinating.
Yeah. Needless to say.
So, I mean, having taken everything in here, this isn't going to be a terribly long stream here.
For sure.
What are your final conclusions here? Like, what is going on in his mind when he does this?
I don't know. I mean, he's so delusional. I feel like he actually feels like he maybe does this stuff. Like he knows he takes it, but he feels like it's actually his work.
I would agree with you, and that's what's fascinating about it.
Yeah. Like, I'm just waiting for him to come out with like a picture of the Mona Lisa or just some famous painting and saying, "Oh yeah, check this out, guys! I made this earlier this afternoon." It's mind-boggling. Like, what happened to 339 Lloyd? Like, if he's such a book author, why did that never come out?
I'm not sure. I guess because nobody's ever written a book about 339 Lloyd that he could steal.
Yeah, very true. I'm very intrigued to see if and when this art photography book comes out. A, will it be a digital? B, will it be, if it is, I'm sure you could it's just gonna be like, I don't know, man. It's not creative.
Sure. Katrina, he's just a man of many hobbies. Yes, but you seem to be a friend and a fan of Chance Wilkins. What if, as a gesture of his appreciation and his gratitude for your support, and if you were his grandmother in this instance, it would probably be a lot more than you've given to him, beyond what I think is over-diligent moderating on his channel, which, that's fine. I think I've gotten clipped by you a few times in there myself. But what if, as a gesture of his gratitude for your support and your services, he said that he went to great lengths and took a lot of time and put a lot of effort into a gift that he stole from somebody? Like, say somebody gives you flowers as a gift, but you found out that they stole it off of a dead person's grave. Does it still count as like a good gift?
I mean, some would say the gesture would count.
But it came at the expense of some dead guy who's, you know.
True. Yeah. I mean, that's where I would, my morals would come into play.
Prove what? Look, listen. Let me get my little mousey on the screen. Zarad and Aloli, I think it says. Let me see here. Zarad and Aloli. Okay, let me then just throw this in here. Well, first off, let me ask you if you sufficiently see the names Zarad and Aloli, whatever you want to say. Do you see that, Katrina? Do you see Zarad and Aloli? Is this made sufficiently clear here? Can you see these two characters? Great. That's great. Let me now throw this in here for you. Because AJ Vega should get some credit. After all, it is his fucking book. Zarad sat alone in the room, sitting on a couch facing the fireplace. And if you notice here, not every word is capitalized. There's proper indentation. There are punctuation marks. This is
what sat in front of the fireplace?
Zarad. It's a main character.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you said, and I was reading. I thought you said the rat, and I was going to say, well, if it does say that, maybe this guy did take the story from Cyraxx, right about the rat sitting in front of the fireplace.
Nice.
That's weird. Yeah, who would be like Zarad? Like he why would he even come up with a name like that? He wouldn't even come up with a name like that. Like he would use something simple. He wouldn't use like a foreign name or
Skull Kid. He's deranged. He's fucking deranged, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're busy. I mean, I know you've chronicled his kleptomania. I would love to hear your theories on why he does this, because it's just he's gone to insane lengths. I mean, the weird kid fetish. I'm not. I don't know. It's definitely weird. Like, it's definitely very strange. Yeah, man. What can you say about this guy?
Unbelievable. It's absolutely it is fascinating. I like I said, I do believe he just takes the work and he believes it's his. Just like he's never lost a rap battle. He stated that even the other day. Never lost a rap battle, and I truly think he believes it.
Your love, Aloli, Zarad, Aloli.
A lot of people have been wondering, did I self-publish a book? Yes, I did. This is actually the book right here. I actually self-published this back in 2018. As you can see, you got my name on it with my photo and everything on it right there. This is actually the first book I actually ever published. It's not anywhere else. I actually did it for family and friends only kind of thing. So, it was pretty cool. I got to publish something for my friends and family to read and whatnot.
You think he tried to throw people off? I'm sorry for talking over the video, but I was going to say, do you think by him saying that, that he only did it for friends and family, that no one would maybe like try and look into it? So they'd say, oh, okay, so we can't even find it anywhere, so we won't even bother looking for it. Do you think he said that to maybe just throw people off his trail, or?
Well, I think he honestly tried to sell this at some point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well, I think like his own work was probably rejected by actual publishers, and he wanted to have his name attached on something. He figured, hey, who will ever figure this out? Who will, and I don't know what systems are in place to ensure that there isn't plagiarism. I mean, this isn't even plagiarism. This is just total theft.
Yeah, I mean, he did say it was Jesus, excuse me. He did say it was self-published, which it clearly is, because, like you pointed out, all those mistakes in grammar and punctuation, mistakes in the back. If it were done by a actual like company, a publisher, it would have been proofread and corrected and all that. They wouldn't They wouldn't put something out like that. Like
No, definitely not. Definitely not. It's a good point.
I can honestly say that I'm proud of. So, you know, like I love writing books. I've always loved writing. I've always loved doing photography. I've always loved artwork. So, you know, I figured why not take what I love to that next level? And
why don't you take what you love to the next level?
I've always loved writing.
Cyraxx, you are the biggest fraud in the world. And the thing is, you actually believe your own lies, so it's not even like, it's so murky. Oh, man.
So, you know, like I love writing books. I've always loved writing. I've always loved doing photography. I've always loved artwork. So, you know, I figured why not take what I love to that next level and, you know, do something with it, you know? How many pages is this? Let me see. I can tell you here in a minute. When you go back to the final page. Like I said, I did this one for just family and friends only, so it was pretty cool. It is.
Cyraxx, like you can't even make your own hot pockets for yourself when Sally's on bed rest. I doubt you're going to take the time to write 300 pages, you know, whatever it was. If I have had any fun, that's incredible. I barely catch a stream, just a friendly watcher. No, I understand this, but I mean, I haven't really heard any valid theories on what compels him to do this, and all I really want is an understanding. Do you think he'll even admit that he stole it?
of course not. I mean, even with the proof like right there in front of him, nah. I'd love to hear what his like his excuse or whatever it would be for that being out there. The same book with, you know, with the same character.
Yeah.
Pull it from him, you know.
Uh,
I wonder how much it costs to produce that book that he has in his hands. That's got to cost at least like $10-$20 to get that printed up or something. I mean,
it looks nice. It looks like a nice book.
that's what I'm saying.
Do something with it, you know? How many pages is this? Let me see. I can tell you here in a minute.
How long does it take to look at the farthest page to the right?
Yeah.
Go back to the final page. Like I said, I did this one for just family and friends only, so it was pretty cool. It is. Dude, it doesn't even fucking say. I think it's like 200 and something pages. 100 and something pages.
What's up, Skull Kid?
Hey, what's good, guys?
Nothing, man. This has just been ever since I saw this afternoon. It's been haunting me as far as why.
So I first off, I just had a question. So he's coughing up blood now.
Yes. Well, a month and a half ago, after a concert, he started coughing up blood, and his doctor's like, "You shouldn't be singing concerts," but he's been singing them anyways.
I fucking told him for 3 months, along with Shrimp, who's a friend of mine, who's actually like a really good vocalist, how to do things correctly. And if this isn't like COVID related or whatever, or mold related, I
don't know. It could be rat related. He's got rats running around there.
I told him he's gonna fuck his voice up, but it's a style. You don't know what you're talking about. It's a style.
Well, has he ever really? Oh, so you're saying that he's like actually? For one, I don't personally believe this. I think it's a total ruse for what it's worth. I could be wrong, but like, let's evaluate or examine. If it's not, he would have to be insane, and Sally would have to want him to die to allow him to keep singing day after day.
I was just gonna say, I feel like 100%. Like as soon as he got home from the hospital, he would have done a stream. Like, hey guys, I coughed up some blood earlier. I mean, he would play off of it as soon as he could, if it were, This is just something like he sat and thought about, to put out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
for whatever reason.
Is if he kept doing his screamy vocals and shit like that, he wouldn't necessarily die if it was the case. He would just lose his voice more than likely. which I
Yeah.
think would be hilarious. Because can you imagine him trying to argue with you on the phone with voice like this? You'd actually be able to get a word in.
Yeah, and just the thought of him like screaming and blood spurting out of his mouth, like, just such a
Terrifying.
terrifying creature. Yeah, right. No shit.
I haven't really been keeping up too much with him because after the kid shit, I just was totally.
Yeah, I do know that like you in great depth have chronicled his stealing.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I noticed that he stole was back in the day for the Driftwork Beats thing. He stole this person's artwork from DeviantArt. In fact, I could send it to you on Discord real quick. I made a comparison.
I've been flooded with his fucking like it never ends. Like with shit he's tried to pass off as his own.
Goddamn klepto.
But then he also did the whole fucking Zentrix, the German producer. Yeah, stole that, and then he tried to sell it back to him, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I still think that was the first thing that pissed me off about Chance. And then after that, he has his questionable use of transformation of art when he does the smudge tool over.
Oh yeah.
The watermark, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. I mean, you already went over the book. The book is obvious.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm still scratching for answers of why do you think he does this? What does he get out of this?
Well, he said it himself prior to things that he doesn't listen to his own music. He doesn't rap usually over his own beats. And I think the reason why is because he knows they're garbage. He can't vibe to them because his own work is awful. So he does the same thing with his writing, because I'm sure he does write, but I'm sure his writing is just as awful as, I mean, you've seen the back of the book, right? So it's
Correct.
like, yeah.
Correct. No punctuation marks.
It's the same logic. He doesn't like his own work. He doesn't understand that he should just give up or at least try to improve himself.
What's up, Adrian? Why do you think he does this, Adrian? I'm sure you have a theory.
What?
I'm sure. Why do you think Chance does this?
He's delusional. He's retarded.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a very basic way of doing it, but there has to be some incentive for him to continue to steal art and pass it off as his own.
You all right, man? You okay? You need some water?
You been hanging out with Cyraxx? Sounds like you're coughing up blood.
Yeah.
You okay?
You've been doing metal covers?
Oh, where the
Oh,
fuck
there it
did
is, right there.
The only reason
I
think is because he could pass off music as his own work because he wants people to feel bad for him to buy his own work, but he's copyrighting off of everybody else, but not telling everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's got to be like there's three things that could be happening, but they're all conflicting. One, he is trying to do this to steal art and sell it to make money.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but one, he hasn't made any money from it in 11 years. Two, he's just trying to impress people and look like a cool guy, look like an artist.
Yeah, I understand that one completely because I used to do that when I was, his age. I guess, like mine, a 10-year-old, mindset.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually, a thing that back when I was like fucking 13, 14, I was trying to impress this girl I was dating, or I wanted to date, I should say. I was trying to impress this girl that I wanted to date. And I was like, oh, yeah, check out my new band. And I nabbed a song from the Quake soundtrack, not realizing that it was 9 Inch Nails. And she's like, oh, is that you? I'm like, yeah, that's me. But it's like that mindset from me being 13, 14 translated into a 30-year-old man-child.
There you go.
it is really like that. He never got out of that clout like stealing phase instead of like working towards his own kind of thing. And
But the reason you wanted to do that was because you wanted to fuck the woman, obviously. When Cyraxx did this for Sally, does that mean he wants to fuck Sally? Does that mean he wants to fuck Ed?
Oh my god.
I don't know about that. I'd say the one thing is that Chance was he's never really gotten criticism until he started putting himself on the internet. I think he was kind of grew up in this music video like landscape. He probably watched a ton of videos and thought, okay, well this is what I want to do. And then he got into the whole Linkin Park kind of like.
Oh my god,
Adrian, dude,
the smoke detector's going off like every 45 seconds. I've literally been timing it.
Fix your shit, man.
I've literally been timing it 45 seconds.
Yeah, rip that shit out, man.
It's like literally on its last leg, man.
I'm sorry, man.
It's screaming at you. Change me. It's like a little baby. Change me. I got shit coming out of my legs. Change me.
Is that what that is? I didn't even.
No, it's a smoke detector.
The first thing I do when I check into any hotel is I take the smoke detector off of the ceiling and I run water over it for 5 minutes.
The only thing is,
even if it doesn't beep,
I don't want it to beep. I don't. Want it
it's
to
just like, so it doesn't detect what you're doing.
hey,
It's smart.
I just don't want to hear it.
You see, I smoke hookah in my room all the time. I don't have a smoke detector in here.
no, you dumbass.
Fucking thing sounds like a heart monitor going off over there, Adrian.
Yeah, Smoking, I don't know if you know, but this is actually Suplex's cousin.
Oh, well, hey.
I couldn't open. I laughed so much.
He lives like 50 yards away from him.
Well, no shit. I thought the accent sounded familiar.
I'm the one who drinks too much.
Yeah, the laugh is kind of familiar too.
Yeah, he's a staunch white supremacist as well.
Yes, sir. It's my smoke detector. It goes off like what 50 seconds every 50 seconds.
Well, man, let's count. Is it still? I mean, can you put it back in for a second? I'm kind of curious now.
I was timing it like 45 seconds.
Speaking
I already
of
took
smoke,
the batteries out of it. Like,
I just heard it. I literally just heard it.
Dude.
I took the batteries out of it last year.
That doesn't matter.
Dude, there's something.
That's the warning. That's the thing telling you need to put a battery in it. That's its warning.
Fuck it.
It's like when your brakes start squeaking. It's time to get them serviced.
It's got balls. I got the dick. It can handle it.
Get ready. Here it comes. Give him about another 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Oh.
Your mom.
How has the male prostitution racket been treating you?
Hey, you bang any bitches lately, Adrian?
No, not yet. I'm trying to.
No? Really? I thought you would have knocked at least 20, 25 down and beginning by this, for the new year.
Well, fuck yeah, I'm trying to. One of them. She's from where I'm at, but I won't say no names or addresses. You know how I am.
Oh, yeah.
There's the fire alarm again.
Put the timer on it.
Son of a bitch. Damn it. What?
Yeah, I mean, I know Skull Kid's Chronicle is stealing more than just about anyone. If not, he's probably the guy who's covered the most. So your theory is he's trying to use this to parlay it into getting laid, like writing books for?
No, I think what Chance is just doing is I think he thinks this will get enough support that. Okay, so let me frame it like this, right? He does the Linkin Park and the suicide awareness shit and the anti-bullying shit, right? And he does this and promotes his music at the same time. So I think in his mind he thinks, okay, if I steal this music and this message and put it forward, then no one can criticize me if my shit is subpar. And then that way I can get my way into somehow getting clout. in his clouded fucking goblin brain. That's just a theory. It's purely excuse me.
No, you're
It's
good.
purely psychoanalyzing like bullshit at this time. But like it could just be anything. Obviously, the one thing too is he just can't make good shit on his own.
True.
You know.
I just want to know why can he hold on.
I'd love to get my hands on a copy of that book, just this out of curiosity, just to flip through it and just read random pages. And
Now he said he published it. Is it for sale anywhere?
No, he says he just made it for his family and friends.
Well, that's fucking retard. Well, I mean, it's Chance.
Yeah, no. But you'd think, like, so you write a book, why not try to publish it?
I wonder, like, how many copies he had printed.
Right.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I wonder if he just. You guys are seeing that? This is one channel. Is this like really goofy, nerdy looking dude who does like fake GTA 6 videos? You guys ever seen that?
I can't.
City Vlogs?
I don't. No. But he
Oh.
pretends that he has like GTA 6 like every other week, right? And he'll just take like a game case and just cut the back or the front off and put like a fake Photoshop one in front. I wonder if Chance just did that once with this copy of this book, and that's the only copy. You know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking. When it was first presented to me, I thought it was just like something he made. I just thought it was just like one like he made. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was
It doesn't
thinking.
make any sense that they would just publish 5. It makes more sense that he would just make one using like Photoshop or shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but it looks really well made is the thing.
Yeah, it looks like it's really well constructed.
Well, maybe.
It's like it's glossy. It's like look at this thing. It's a beaut.
Yeah, that is true.
He may have made somehow like the cover, and I guess like to him, that is enough sweat equity in the book that it's now as much his as it is AJ Vega.
I mean, that was his logic with Zentrix. Zentrix made the instrumental, did all the heavy lifting, and then Chance got demon in disguise over it with some autotune, and therefore Chance owns it. So that was his logic with that, so it makes sense.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for tonight. It was haunting me. I think I'm going to abbreviate it here. Everybody, thank you for your ideas and explanation. Last thing, what do you think Chance is going to do when confronted with this?
I want him to do his ABCs song.
I can't say I know that song.
I want him to do the ABCs.
Well, I make a request, just like anyone else. He's receptive. He cares about his fan. Oh, yeah, and Skull Kid, I saw you caught that he gave a shout out to Ian Watkins.
Oh yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, fucking shout out the baby rapist. If you guys don't know Ian Watkins from The Lost Prophets, he was actually convicted for what was it, like raping a baby and a couple other kids and having child porn.
Correct.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Already brought a bunch of his charges up yesterday.
Oh my god.
You can't even look at it without. It's terrible. But
ABC.
I answer your question really quick, Marty. I think he'll completely just deny it. I think he'll just full-fledgedly deny it, and maybe even claim the guy stole the book from him. As crazy as it seems, I think he would probably try and make that allegation.
Will he respond to this?
That's fucked up, dude.
Maybe if enough people go into his chat and say something about it. But I just feel he'll just go on a block, like a fucking just block, go block happy on people. And you're full of shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I have one request, Cyraxx. I would like you to show 5 pages, 10 pages of your book in any direction, from any section. And I would like to see that and then cross-reference it with the internet. If there's 4 pages out of that 200, 300-page book that you actually wrote, I'll give you credit. But I don't fucking believe it for a second, dude.
By the way,
no, I don't believe him for a second either.
I wanted to bring this up because combined with the Ian Watkins shout out and the kid videos and some of the other shit that some people have found, including videos of babies bathing on some of his social media,
Whoa.
combined with one of his former mods. I don't know if he's still there, but he goes by the name Carl the Fan, having fucking lolly and weird sus shit all over his fucking Twitter, which
What is that?
Friends only.
you all right, man?
Hey, yeah.
I have seen Carl the Fan in his chat, Skull Kid.
Yeah, he has a bunch of like sus shit all over his fucking Twitter. Sork or Source, however you say it. He's a buddy, pops by for the streams every once in a while. We've done some stuff. He's gotten some screen caps, and we were gonna do the whole thing combined with the Cyraxx sus shit from Facebook, but we decided to wait and verify some things about Carl the Fan. But we have verified there's some sus shit on there. And the dude seems a little off his rocker like Cyraxx. He reviews Dip and seems a little slow to the draw.
Yeah.
So
I gotta check him out.
yeah.
Well, yeah. It sounds like you could use a mentor.
I think someone said it best, is that all these fucking weirdos flock together. You know, and they form these groups. I think that's why Cyraxx has so many different weird shit, like the brony shit. He tries to latch on to groups to fit in and gain some type of momentum. That's why he does the juggalos, he does the bronies, he does all the shit.
He's recently joined a wrestling group.
And this is another interesting thing, which I guess we'll extend this a little bit. He just finds like random news stories on Facebook. And then, if he finds it intriguing or it seems like something you can make content out of, something that person's his best friend. There's this woman, I don't know if you saw it. I think you checked out and understand why. It's, that aspect of Cyraxx, I almost don't even like knowing that about him because, like...
It ruins the fun. I get that 100%.
Yeah.
It's one thing to laugh at him when he's racing his big boy steering wheel, but then, like, the minute he's, like, doing weird sus shit and shouting out Ian Watkins and hanging out with Johnny Schizo, it's like...
Johnny Schizo.
The fuck? It ruins the fun. I know that feel.
Yeah. Well, Skull Kid, on that note, Skull Kid, the ultimate wet blanket. The ultimate...
Yeah, my bad.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, dude. I what a note to end it on. I don't care to talk about Cyraxx any further tonight. All right, everybody, thank you for stopping by. Skull Kid, greatly appreciate it.
Later, Marty. Thanks for having me on. Shmeckle.
All
Take it easy, guys.